Hey guys, what's up? So I had everything set up for like the thumbnail, and I figured this is a really pretty picture, so I'm just gonna go ahead and shoot the intro here. What we have out today is the Q Porq Chop and the Yankee Hill Bad Larry, both 338 caliber suppressors, which means you can shoot anything 338 and below, basically, in essence. Not 9mm, so none of that stuff, but rifle calibers, which we basically have everything but our 6.5 out, and that's just because I wasn't gonna swap barrels in the field and potentially lose stuff or mess something up. So, for today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna stack these two suppressors up against each other as best as we can. I'll give my honest opinions about it, which one sounds better on different things if something stands out to me, but in general, just get out of this video what you can. It's hard to tell with the audio coming through the mic and then coming through your headphones. You won't be able to tell the best sound. I will only be able to tell which one sounds best to me because my ears are different than yours. I'm shooting the gun. I'm not hearing the gun as a bystander, so there's all those variables. So take this video for what it's worth. View it, hear what you can hear, see what you can see, look for flash, look for gas, blowback, and all that kind of stuff. Look for that stuff, all right? So let's get into it. All right, so for firearms today, this is fun. I haven't done a spiel like this for a while, so this would be fun. Firearms today, we have the Jackal. I believe this is a 13.9 inch. It's in 5.56. We have the Foxtrot mic. This is a 12.5, I do believe. Again, 223 5.56. We have a PAPM 92, so 7.62x39. We have my old, I love this gun. 30-06 Remington 700, and it's in like a, I don't know if this is a 17-inch barrel or whatever, but it's in 30-06. We have a 20-inch AR-10 in 308. We have the Q Fix in 8.6 in a, I believe this is the shorter 8-inch barrel. And then we have our jailbroke Sugar Weasel, not really Sugar Weasel, but it's a 300 blackout in, I think it's 6 inches or so, right? So those are our calibers. 30-06, we're shooting 180 grain. The 308, I believe that's 140 something, 145, 147 grain supersonic, both of those supersonic. The 8.6, that's 250 grains subsonics and 185 supersonics. I had to load those up because those are hard to get up here, believe you me. So we're not going to shoot a terrible whole lot, but enough for you guys to get, you know, a taste of it. 7.60x39, I think those are 124 grain. 300 blackout, we have 200 grain subsonics and then 145 grain supers. And then for their 5.56, it's just regular, it's Tula or Barnaul or something, just steel cased 5.56. 223, sorry, 223, 55 grain ammo. Full metal jacket stuff, just normal milsurp kind of stuff. So anyway, guys, let's get into this. Let's shoot these on some hosts. Again, look for flash, look for gas blowback, and we'll come back and give our wrap-up thoughts. Pretty gassy. K&S Precision, adjustable gas piston, cycling fine, little gassy, little loud, little loud. Still a little gassy, does sound quieter, a little bit. A little bit gassy. Not terrible. Not terrible. Really sounded pretty good. About the same amount of gas. Had a second round pop. I don't know if you picked that up or not. Interesting. Not bad. Interesting. If you're picking up a ping, I'm picking up a ping. I'm using a flash hider. I think that's what it is. Personally feel like the Bad Larry was quieter. I feel like there's a lot more flash going on with this guy. Neither one excessively gassy, both a little loud. Pork Chop does seem to have more flash. I think that's just because it's not even titanium. So that's interesting. Feels like it has more flash. That sounded better. That sounded way better. That's not bad. Honestly, it's not bad. There's a little bit of ringing going on, but that is the flash hider in here, I do believe. It's primarily this guy. That guy right there. $3,000 gun. Aside from the gun not cycling properly, which is extremely frustrating since it's a $3,000 gun, it definitely sounds really nice with subs. Even supers isn't bad, but with subs it's definitely very nice. All right, it's time to play the game. Which can is quieter? We have the Q Porq Chop, make sure I say these right, and the Yankee Hill Bad Larry, both 338. We know this whole thing. It's what the whole video is about. We're gonna shoot this on this little 6.5 inch, my jailbroke sugar weasel, basically. We got 3 supers, 3 subs. We're gonna shoot those. You tell me, can A or can B sounds quieter? Which one do you think was quieter? Honestly, the Porq Chop won in that instance, I think. Just overall tone for me. Be interesting to hear through the microphone what it sounds like downrange a little bit, but as the shooter, Porq Chop actually sounded a little bit better. A little bit more consistent, just a little bit better. Just a little bit, but enough to notice for me. What do you guys think? All right, honestly, out of what was shot today, I think this one was the best sounding, aside from 300 Black. Well, okay, I take all that back. 300 Blackout sounded really good. 8.6 Blackout, well, it sounded fantastic. But as far as 5.56 guns, the other guns, the Bad Larry on this 13.9, I think it is, Jackal, this guy really does, in my opinion, it sounds good. I think it's just a combination of the barrel length, a good suppressor, the piston system instead of, you know, regular systems. Just sounds good to me. And there's like no ringing in my ears. I can shoot steel, drive people nuts. I mean, it's by far quieter than the other gun. Now the other gun is a 12.5, so that makes sense. Built up a little gas, but that's pretty fun. That's actually a decent sounding can. For overboard 338 with a 5.56, sounds pretty good. Here's something, here's why I don't like these Q daggum, not mounts, but the system, because if I wasn't able to take off this adapter on that suppressor, this guy would be stuck on here because I did not super tighten down the muzzle device. These things lock on very tight, which is a pro and a con. It's a pro if you want to keep it on. It's a con if you're trying to take things off and move things around a lot. So bear that in mind. All right, guys, so both of these cans actually sounded really great on pretty much all the calibers, except maybe that Foxtrot Mike 12.5. That's a shorter 5.56, and since these are just a little bit overboard, they're bigger than 30 cal. And 30 cal suppressors on that short 12.5 on 5.56, it is going to be a little loud. So a little bit larger bore, they were a little bit loud. Nothing was excessively gassy. Now I didn't run like, you know, build drills or whatever, you know, mag dumps and just build up a whole bunch of gas. What I'm thinking is most people with these calibered suppressors, they're not mag dumping. These are more stepping into that specific role suppressor. A 338 suppressor, it's more specific stuff. So really bolt guns or precision guns, and you're not going to really be mag dumping those. So as long as I wasn't mag dumping, right, or, you know, multiple shots really quick, I wasn't getting a whole lot of gas buildup. If I did start shooting and getting buildup, that's probably on like the 5.56s. If I started shooting it a whole lot, or even the AR-10, if I popped off a couple rounds real quick, there was some gas that came back, and it's not a huge deal, but it is enough there to notice. From my perspective, and I haven't viewed the footage yet, there was more sparkiness going on that I could tell with the Porq Chop, which makes sense because that's just a flat front cap, whereas the Yankee Hill has an integrated flash hider. So from my perspective, and again, I haven't looked at the footage, I could be a liar, I'm not sure, but from my perspective, Yankee Hill did better as far as flash reduction. There were some different times where one sounded better than the other. It really depends on what you're trying to do. The 300 Blackout sounded really nice, in my opinion. Even with the supers, he sounded really nice with the Porq Chop. That sounded really good. And then the Jackal surprised me and sounded pretty dang decent, pretty dang nice with the Bad Larry. As far as 30-06 goes, I couldn't remember if nothing stood out to me if one sounded really necessarily better than the other. It's all just going to kind of come down to what exactly you want. These are very similar in size. One of them has hub mounts, so you can change out your mounts, put it on a bunch of different things. The other one, you're stuck with Q's mounting system, which is good when it's good, it's bad when it's bad. If you accidentally get your mount stuck in your suppressor, well, it's going to be a fun day trying to get that thing out, right? Whereas we did have that happen on the Yankee Hill, and we were able to just unscrew the mount from the suppressor and then get at the muzzle device and backwards unscrew that from the mount. I know that probably doesn't make any sense, but there were workarounds. Whereas if that had happened with the Porq Chop, this is a non-serviceable can. You can't change anything out back here. That would have been a little bit harder to work with. So anyway, guys, I'd love to hear back from you. What did you see? Get the shooting. So anyway, guys, we got people shooting out here. We're going to wrap up this video. What were your opinions? What did you think? If you were going to pick one of these two, based off what you saw, based off what you heard, which one would you pick and why? I really would like to know. Huge thanks to Yankee Hill for sending this thing out. Yeah, I did get this for free from them. And technically I got the Porq Chop for free, but that's because I bought the Q Fix and got the free promo thing. So technically I didn't pay for either one of these, so I guess all things being equal, we'll call it good at that, all right? Y'all be good to be safe. I appreciate you guys. I really do. Appreciate you Patreons for sticking in there and helping out on the channel and stuff. I really do. I don't mention you guys enough. That's a great way to support me. If you want to see more of this kind of stuff, we can acquire more cans. The more viewers we get, we can acquire more ammo. The more, ad revenue we get, and we can make better content for you guys if that's something you're interested in. So watching the videos helps. Subscribing helps. Gets my numbers up. Going over on Patreon really does help. Buying merch and stuff like that also helps as well. I appreciate you guys. I'm done talking about myself. Y'all take care. Hopefully we'll catch you in the next video. See ya.